Good morning. It's time for the North Carolina Vinyl Picker. On this episode, we're going to do part 3 of the Progbin, finally. I've been moving all my prog around, and so now we have to go back to the beginning with A, and I'm going to do the bands that I haven't done in the A. And then next week, we'll do the Bs, and we'll move on. But I'm not going to repeat any bands that I've already done. So if you got that all straight, I hope so. Because this has been it's been fun, let me tell you. Okay, so we're going to start with this one here, and it's 3. And this is a band with Emerson, Lake, and Powell. And Palmer was not on this because he was in Asia at the time. It suffers from that 80s sound, but they wanted to carry on without make another album, and Carl Palmer wasn't available. So they recruited Cozy Powell, so they were able to still do ELP, so to speak. In Search of Ancient Gods. In Search of Ancient Gods is absolutely elsewhere. In Search of Ancient Gods is a solo effort by Paul Fishman. Tons of mellotrons, and Bill Bruford is on drums. It's a must-have for anybody that's into prog. I used to have another copy of this, but I sold it. Fantastic record. It's got the die-cut cover. The one I sold didn't have the die cut, but it's a great album. If you ever see it out there, pick it up. It doesn't look like much, but the album is just fantastic. Aquafragile. Aquafragile is a prog band, Italian prog band that were active from 1971 to 75. They're from Parma, Italy. Bernardo Lanzetti was the leader and vocalist from PFM. And they made a couple albums, and then they made another album later on. But, sorry, I had to pause. Mass Media Stars was their first album, and then their second album is Aquafragile, which I have on CD. And they made a third album, but it was later on. I don't have that one here. Great album. If you love PFM and you love Banco and Italian prog, then Aquafragile would be for you, for sure. Then we're going to talk about Alan Parsons Project. The Alan Parsons Project, everybody pretty much knows who Alan Parsons is, unless you're living under a rock, probably. And he was the sound engineer for Abbey Road, Let It Be, Dark Side of the Moon. He also did the debut album for Ambrosia, which we're going to talk about next. Alan Parsons was nominated for 13 Grammy Awards. Eric Wolfson, his partner, passed away in 2008. And here is Tales of Imaginary and Suspense. That's the UK cover. Here's the American cover. There's Pyramid with the hype sticker. There's Eve. Turn of a Friendly Card. Probably their most popular album, Eye in the Sky. Best of Volume 1. Ammonia Avenue. What's this one called? I forgot. Vulture Culture. Stereotomy. Gaudi. Best of Alan Parsons Part 2. And they also have the Sicilian Defense, and that was their last album. I don't believe it's out. It's out on and streaming, but I don't know if you can actually buy the album on CD or vinyl. And it was recorded, and it wasn't released until after Eric Wolfson had passed away. Ambrosia. Ambrosia is an album, a USA band from LA, formed in 1970. And they had 5 top 10 or top 20 hits active from 75 to 80. The mixing of their first album was done by none other than Alan Parsons. And this album and this are the only 2 you need from Ambrosia. They are prog. Anathema, active from 1990 to 2020. They started as a doom metal band and then transformed into a prog band. And then they're now on hiatus. They've been on hiatus for 5 years. And it doesn't look like they're going to get back together. one of the brothers started a new band called Weather Systems, which is another album of theirs, which I have the CD of. We talked about this on the last time we spoke, and it was an album that I picked up, Andrew Lloyd Webber, Variations. I decided to keep both copies because this one here was from Africa, but the vinyl isn't too good. But I'm going to keep it anyway, and I'm going to keep my original copy. And this is members from Soft Machine. So what you have on here are almost all the members, including Gary Moore, of Soft Machine, or not Soft Machine, Coliseum 2. Sorry about that. Coliseum 2. Art in America. Art in America is a U.S. prog band in the early 80s. And they're produced by Eddie Orford, who did Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Yes albums. Steve Morse from Kansas contributed on the guitar solo. And they had a later album called Cloudborne that was released in 2013, which is streaming only. Art in America. Great album. USA prog band. Asia Minor. We're going to skip our Satchel because our Satchel we talked about before. Asia Minor is formed in Paris in 1973 and disbanded in 1982. They made 3 albums, and they're compared to Camel. That's a cool band. That's a cool album. I need to get their second and their third album. This is their first album, Asia Minor. And it's called, what's it called? Crossing the Line. And of course, we're going to go right into Asia, supergroup, with John Wetton and others. Jeffrey Downs, Carl Palmer, Steve Howe. They were all in that big super band. They were all on MTV back in the day, back in the 80s. 4 members from 4 different prog bands who lost their way because prog was dying, and they became a prog art pop band, so to speak. And a lot of the prog people back then kind of dismissed them. But this first album is very strong, and then the second album was a little weaker, and then the third album, by that time, Steve Howe had left. And there's their second album, Alpha. Audience, flip the page. Their Chief was a British art rock band from 69 to 72. 1971's The House on the Hill is their best, and that's pretty much all you need. Great album. You see this I just saw this at the last record show for like $3. I should have grabbed it, but I told the guy that was selling it to take it home with him and listen to it. But if next time I go, if he's got it, I'll probably pick it up and put it in my store because it's that good and somebody might want it. Aviator was formed tongue-tied, formed in 1978 with Jack Lancaster, Mick Rogers, Clive Bunker, and John G. Perry. They got together in 1980 on Lancaster's solo album, Skinning Grove Bay, which we'll talk about when we get to Mr. Lancaster, Mr. Jack Lancaster here down the road some. And that's it. And then the next week we will start with the USA prog band Babylon, which is a one and done, fantastic prog band. Prog album that you must have. And that's all for that. On with the show. I'm back. That was quick. I was showing you the prog band. Now I'm back. Okay, so we went out this week. Where did we go? Well, we went to a Salvation Army all the way over in Taylorsville. It's about an hour from here. And we had a nice sunny day. It was good. We had lunch, and they have ice cream there. Yeah, it's always good. So we went to the Salvation Army, and I found a couple of things. First thing I found was this DVD, which I don't usually show you all DVDs, but Desperado is a great movie. And I seen it there for $1, and I said, I'm going to pick this one up. And I'm going to get to playing that once I hook up my Blu-ray player. That's not a Blu-ray, but it'll play just fine. I had a couple of 45s there. Andy Gibb. I love the Bee Gees and just want to be your everything. This is an extra copy. I already have this one, but for 50 cents, I wasn't going to leave Andy behind. And Olivia Newton-John, If Not For You. And this is the wrong sleeve for this, but those uni sleeves, I can never find them. But that's another great 45 there from Miss Olivia. And I seen this one there. I'm probably going to put this in my store. Oh, speaking of the store, if you want to buy some really good LPs and CDs and stuff, DVDs, I sold an 8-track this week and some. I also sold, what else did I sell? I sold a couple of CDs. Go to my store. There's a link down below to eBay. On with the show. Wet Willie, Left Coast Live. I found this one there at the thrift store. So I figured I would pick it up. It's in the shrink. And I'm going to put that over here. And I'm going to put that in the store here momentarily. And then what did we do? Oh, then while we were over in Taylorsville, we went to the Treasure Cove Antique Mall. And if you're ever over in Taylorsville, you need to stop in and see them at the Treasure Antique Mall because they have fantastic deals. That's right, they have fantastic deals over there. They have great record store in there. When you walk in, go to your left in the back corner over there. There's a whole record shop back there, and the guy sells records, and he sells them really good. This one here is a little bit messed up, but it was cheap. It was like $10, and I got the whole 4 set, and it came. I bought some glue. It's coming in the mail from Amazon, and I got the booklet here. It came with the booklet. This is Chicago Live at Carnegie Hall for anybody that doesn't know, and it has Terry Kath on here. Is Chicago progressive rock? I believe they are. At least their first couple albums. It ain't what they ended up turning out to be, but this one here's got the poster in it. Oh yeah, it's got the poster and the whole thing was in the book. Hell, that's worth $10 right there. And then I got the 4 albums. All 4 of the albums were in there, and they're all minty mint. They're all minty fresh. That's right. So I was able to pick that up, put that in my collection. Should I put Chicago in my Progbin? Oh man, I don't know. What do you think? Keep us comment down below. And then I was walking around. Oh, let me show you these first. So then I saw this one there, and these were all like $3. The Guns of Navarone. Fantastic movie. Haven't seen it in years. But Gregory Peck and David Niven. That's a fantastic. That's I cleaned it. It took me twice. I had to run it through the Humming Guru 2 times. That's how dirty it was. And then I nuclear-powered aircraft carrier sound effects from the from the Enterprise. Yeah, this was there. This was there for $3. You know, the Navy man, I'm going to pick this up. Yeah, didn't hesitate on this one. I picked that one up. Had to clean that one too. Pretty dirty. Now, the next album I'm going to show you is Hudson and Ford. Now, Hudson and Ford were on the album Bursting at the Seams with the Strawbs. That's right, with Blue Weaver. They came in after Rick Wakeman left the band. Hudson and Ford joined the band for a couple albums. And then they left. So the Strawbs had a lot of musicians coming in and out of bands, just like the rest of those English bands and English folk bands. I'm going to do a show on English folk bands coming up here real soon. My top 5 English folk bands. Strawbs will be on that list. You can better believe it. Hudson and Ford. I want to give this a listen. This was $3. So if it's not any good, if I don't like it, you know where it's going. That's right. It's going in the store. It's going in the store. Michael Hedges. Fantastic guitar player who's passed away a long time ago. And he's considered New Age. But if you don't know who Michael Hedges is, you need to give it a listen. But what was cool about this was it has a concert ticket on there from when somebody saw Michael Hedges, and the price was $8. And this was from, what year is this from? I don't know. It was March. I don't know. Oh, here it is. April 12th, 1986. That's right. It's a long time ago. This ticket stuff's been in there for a long time. I already have the album. The album's fantastic, and I'll probably put one of my copies in the store. But I'm going to keep this ticket. Andreas Vollenheimer, one of my favorite New Age artists. And this is probably my favorite album of his. And it's a lot of glare going on. You can see Olivia there. This is Down to the Moon. And this was in the shrink. So I'm going to look at my other copy and I'm going to decide which one. But I'm going to put one of them in my store. And just a fantastic record all in all. And if you don't know who Andreas Vollenheimer is, you need to give him a listen. And listen to Down to the Moon. Turn down the lights. Light a candle. Kick back in your easy chair and put on Andreas Vollenheimer. And you will fall in love with this album. I'm telling you right now. Okay. So then I was walking around the store. Just walking around the store. And then I saw a crate of records. My wife said, if you go around the back, there's a box of records back there. So I went all the way around. And then I seen these. Every record in the box was $5. So I said to myself, I'm going to look at these. And got Live If You Want It, the Rolling Stones. And this album I had to run it through the Humming Guru, but I played it last night. And it's an old-timey live record. It sounds like crap, but the vinyl is good. It's just that the recording is terrible. So I'll probably put this with my Stones records. I have a very limited Stones catalog. I like early Stones. You know, once they got Disco Stones and Old Flabby Lips and then later on and stuff, I like early Stones. Then I saw this album there. Blew my mind. Yes, it is Jimi Hendrix's second album. Yep, Axis Bold as Love. And this here is minty fresh. I'm not going to, well, there it is. There, I'll pull it out. Ran it through the Humming Guru 4 times. Plays fantastic. Sounds awesome. Got little wing on here. Oh, Jimmy. Yeah, Jimi Hendrix. So now I have his first and second album. I guess I need to pick up his third. But I was never a really huge Jimi Hendrix fan. But I like the experience. So then what I do? Oh, then I went to Goodwill. And I seen this there for $1. Dollar make you holler. That's right. King Crimson Beat on CD for $1. I wasn't going to leave this behind. Not real sure what I'm doing with that yet. I may go in the store, may not. Seen this there. That's right. Patton. I wasn't going to leave that there for $1. I already have a copy of this. And I'll probably just add this to my other copy and put them both together in my record room next door. Speaking of record rooms, I'm going to move. Now that I've moved all my prog, I've just about got I got to work through this. Once I work through this, I'm going to go through every shelf in my record room, which I've shown video before of. I'm going to pull out any remaining prog that's over there. Bring it over. Then I'm going to get another cabinet for back here. I'm going to move those CDs out again. And then I'm going to put a cabinet back in that corner. And that's where I'm going to put all my jazz fusion. So that's coming up. All my jazz is going to go back in that corner. So if I want to listen to something, I can go right there and grab it. And then over there will be just my, the rock. Just rock and roll and stuff. Chicago Transit Authority. This was there for $1.50. And it's really good shape. It's actually, the copy that I have is a quadraphonic copy. So having this one here was really cool because I'm going to keep this one. That's going in the library, so to speak, next door. I got 2 things in the mail, and it's a slow week getting stuff in the mail this week. That's for sure. Next week's going to be crazy. I got like 12 things coming, so stay tuned for that. I probably won't be getting out. I might do a little thrifting this week, not too much. I just listened to this, and this is not the weapon, but the hand. And this is Steve Hogarth and Richard Barberi. Steve Hogarth, of course, is lead singer for Marillion. He has been since the 80s. So if anybody says, I miss Fish, I don't listen to nothing after Fish, just get over it, man. It's been 40 years. There's the signature right there of Steve Hogarth. That's a bonus. I didn't even know this was on there when I bought it. But then when I got it, I looked it up. I said, holy guacamole. Yep, fantastic record. I remember having this on CDR. I might still have it on CDR. But now I got the actual CD. And this one here was a surprise. Now, David Palmer he did one with Pink Floyd. He did an album with Jethro Tull. He did one with Genesis. He did one with Yes. And a couple other bands. But I got the Genesis one. And if you love Genesis, then you need to pick this up. It's with the London Symphony Orchestra, conducted by David Palmer. We Know What We Like, the music of Genesis. This is a fantastic listen. It was like $5 on eBay. And the Jethro Tull one, I got that one coming. And I have the Yes one, but it's on CD. I don't know if that Yes one is available on vinyl. But if it is, I'll probably pick that up. So there you go. 11 and a half minutes, 12 minutes. That's all I got. I think the table is wiped out. Nothing left. So between this and the Progbin, that's my show for the week. I will see you back on Wednesday. I got something planned. I put it in my phone so I wouldn't forget. Because I can't remember. I can't control. I have no memory of anything at all. So that's it. That's all I got. And I listened to that Cathedral album this week. Oh my gosh. That one is a must-have. That's a mind blower. Where is it? Here it is, right here. This is the one I picked up at the record show up in Clemens. And the guy had like $110 on this record. This album is hard as hen's teeth to pick up. I think I ended up getting it for $60. But this was the pick of the week. This was the album that I picked up, and I truly love that album. I remember hearing that long time ago. I don't know where it was. The album's called Stained Glass Stories. That's not the original. This is a reissue. It's not the original cover for this album. And this was done by Laser's Edge, I think. It was reissued in the USA. And the album is from 1978, but this was 1989 that this reissue was made. I couldn't believe the guy had it. I've never actually seen a copy of this in the wild before. First time. Excuse me. That's it. That's all I got. Take care. Support them troops. I will see you back on Wednesday. I got a big show coming up Wednesday. Big show. Huge show. Huge show. Bye for now. Thank you for all my new subscribers. I got about 8 this week. It's the little train. I need to get a little train that I can go all the way down through here because I don't know how to do the other thing. Bye.